पर इन होम केयर वाला ऑप्शन सबसे बढ़िया है। अनलॉक का पेस प्रोग्राम एक ऐसा कन्वीनियंट एंड पर्सनलाइज्ड ऑप्शन है जिसके जरिए हमारे बुजुर्ग घर पर हमारे साथ रहकर यही देखभाल और सेवा का लाभ उठा सकते हैं। अब चाहे वो घर पर रहे या अनलॉक वाले पेस सेंटर में आए, उनको वही डेडिकेटेड एंड प्रोफेशनल केयर मिलेगी। अनलॉक ने बुजुर्गों की सेहत को अपना प्रायोरिटी बना लिया है। और जानने के लिए 1855-308-0195 पे कॉल करें। That's 1855-308-0195।
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
आप सभी लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वेलकम,
नमस्कार,
खुशामदीद,
सलाम अलैकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
అందరికీ వందనము,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण,
जय जिनेंद्र।
मैं इस्माइली भाई बंधु को बोल दे याली मदद,
मोराली मदद बोलते हैं सारे फीजी मदद बोलेंगे नीसा बोला बड़जान। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा। मैं से फालतू बाबा
and of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बंधु जाने।
To that बजान अभी quickly take a look at what's happening in the roads। रास्ते का हाल आपके लिए लाते हैं हम लोग टोटल सस्ते में।
It's time for the Bandu traffic update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's right, Bajan. If you have an incident happening somewhere where you are and I'm not sharing it on air, call us over here and let me know, okay? Well, my God, kya faltani people actually already opening up and coming to all work, or could be the weekend rush for, you know.
You think?
Yeah, I guess because there are एक नहीं दो नहीं चार 1 2 3 आजा मौसम है रंगीन करके सब लोग बाहर आ गए, लेकिन एक्सीडेंट हो गया यहाँ पे। The problem is Banjan on there's actually on 280 I see at a stretch around 3 incidents, pretty much very close to each other, Banjan. One on Bascom Avenue, which actually is an incident over there. CH was on the scene. The report of a fire on 280 southbound north of 6th Avenue in San Jose. Watch out for that. The CHP is on the scene, trying to douse the flames out there. And also on hazard on 680, there's 280 becoming 680, right? Yeah, 101. Southbound, north of East Capitol Expressway in San Jose, Banjan. The right lane is shoulder is blocked because of this particular thing. And speaking of fires, brush fires, as you know, the dry season is here. There's a fire reported on 101 northbound at Tully Road as well. So probably watch out there. There will be the fire engines and all trying to put these things out, douse out the flames. So watch out for that. Now let's go towards let's come towards the 237 area, Milpitas area. There's actually an accident on Able Street, which is actually north of Able Street. The left lane is affected there, so watch out for that. It's on 237 Marjan. And going up towards Fremont, 880 reported an accident some time ago on 84. CHP supposedly there. I don't see a cleared sign there, so probably you might have some congestion in that region. Apart from that, of course, San Francisco, you know, always sluggish traffic in the mornings. That's something happening in Berkeley as well. As of now, weather report, if you look at it, it's going to be a sunny day, not too hot. Well, actually, no, it's hotter than yesterday because it's going to be somewhere in the upper 70s. Yesterday, we had somewhere in the mid 70s, but I know it's going to be the upper 70s. No cloud anywhere. Sometimes wind comes in, as you know, it is a killer combination, okay? Right now, Baljan, let me tell you, that was your traffic update and also what's happening with the weather part of it. Let's quickly go and check out what's at the news desk with the news happening over here locally, and also what's happening in our national wide as well, Baljan. Nationwide, I'm talking about all over America. So here you go. This is your news updates coming up for you.
The US West is already was facing a severe drought, but dry conditions and temperatures well above average this week have made it worse. All of California, Oregon, Utah, and Nevada are now in drought, with nearly 2 million people in the Bay Area under a water shortage emergency. Forecasters worry that these conditions will lead to an especially intense wildfire season, something many states are already beginning to experience. In Oregon, the crisis has exploded into a water war, pitting farmers against Native American tribes, government agencies, and conservationists. By this time, it should come as no surprise that the man-made climate crisis is to blame. In news from across San Jose, Banjan, a driver apparently street racing in San Jose Thursday night. Yes, that's true, Banjan. Drag racing, it happens all the time, and it happens here too. This driver died after crashing into a tree. Police said two men, one driving a 1998 Honda Accord and the other driving a 2001 Lexus GS 380, were speeding on Snell Avenue when they both swerved off the roadway and hit separate trees near Rosenbaum Avenue. The driver of the Honda was pronounced dead at the scene. The other driver stayed at the scene and cooperated with the authorities. Police did not say if the other driver was injured. There is warnings that's being issued to certain residents. Are the mountain lions of the Bay Area retreating from the Santa Cruz Mountains into the urban sprawl, is what the question is. Mountain lions have been caught lurking in the shadows on security cameras in Millbrae over the past week. A handful of residents in Oakland Hills and Piedmont say that they have seen mutilated deer carcasses in their neighborhood. One wildcat was even caught in a tree in San Francisco's Bernal Heights neighborhood and transported to the Oakland Zoo 3 weeks ago, while another broke into a San Bruno home with game trophies a week later. More than half of the state is mountain lion territory, but it's not too unusual to see them popping up in unexpected places, according to officials from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. They are warning residents with regard to them. So the species typically migrates during the dry season in search of ample food and water supplies, but they might be traveling further than usual as the drought conditions are on the rise and deer populations are declining, is what they're saying. My God, that's scary, you know, Alto Baba?
No, it's not.
Yes.
I like it.
No, it's not. I've seen this movie called Savage Harvest. Oh my God. It's
You know, Savage Harvest where it was shot in Africa.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter, and mountain lions are different compared to lions. Mountain lions are so cute. Pumash. They're like cougar.
No, children listening to this, please don't take him seriously. And
How mean! You
no.
don't discounted me, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. And I am going to discount you, Alto Baba. But it is not a play matter, okay? So, a preliminary 3.5 magnitude earthquake struck near Gilroy early today. According to the USGS, the quake hit at 3:45 a.m. and was centered around 2.7 miles northwest of Aromas, 5.3 miles east of Watsonville, and 7.6 miles southwest of Gilroy. No major reported damage at this particular point in time. In the vaccine lottery that Altu talked about yesterday, another 15 Californians are going to be winning $50,000 each.
Yay!
Yes.
Can I go back and take again, like, you know, say?
I don't know if you've been entered into it, Altu Baba.
No, we are
because-
not. It's only for people who are now taking the vaccine.
What? We were the early adopters. They should include us too.
No, they don't include us because they know we're going to be conscientious. So.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the state is going to be dishing out more money as part of its Vax for the Win incentive program, which encourages Californians to get vaccinated against the coronavirus. Last week, 15 people, including some from the Bay Area, won $50,000 each. On Friday, another 15 people win $50,000. And on June 15, there'll be 10 grand prize winners who will get this, okay, Banjan? $1.5 million each. Oh my God. Okay, we hope, I don't know. I hope I've been entered into the draw. We need to figure out how to get that information.
Yeah.
In
Very
news
important.
from across the United States, a bipartisan group of 10 U.S. senators said on Thursday that it had reached agreement on a framework for a proposed infrastructure spending bill that would not include any tax increases. A group of 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats gave no details, but a source familiar with the deal said that it would cost $974 billion over 5 years and about $1.2 trillion over 8 years and include $579 billion in new spending. And they said that they were discussing their approaches with their colleagues and the White House, and they were optimistic about getting a broader support. New York lawmakers have passed a pretty controversial bill that would allow people who do not identify as either male or female to use X as a marker to designate their sex on their driver's licenses as the LGBTQ community commemorates Pride Month across the United States. The new marker would help transgender, non-binary, and intersex individuals' identity to be recognized in government documents, according to a Thursday statement from Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie and Assembly Member Daniel O'Donnell. 22 U.S. states are urging the Supreme Court not to end the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's residential eviction moratorium. Last week, a group of landlords asked the High Court to issue an order that would effectively end this ban on residential evictions. The CDC is this order is set to expire as of June 30th. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky declined to say if the agency would again extend the order, saying that discussions are ongoing at this particular point in time. And the US FDA is facing mounting criticism, Manajan, especially after they approved the first Alzheimer's drug in nearly 20 years. They said that they're taking their biggest risk yet with a strategy that allows new therapies onto the market without strong evidence that they work. Regulatory and scientific experts are saying this. The drug by Biogen Inc. called Aduhelm, which we had shared about, was authorized based on the evidence that it can reduce brain plaques, a likely contributor to Alzheimer's, rather than prove that it slows the progression of the lethal mind-wasting disease. And the Senate, the United States Senate, confirmed the first Muslim American judge in U.S. history, Manajan. The U.S. Senate approved President Joe Biden's nomination of Zahid Qureshi, a magistrate judge in New Jersey, to the federal bench, making him the first Muslim federal judge in U.S. history. The Democratic-controlled Senate voted 81-16 to confirm Qureshi, 46, who is the son of Pakistani immigrants and a former federal and military prosecutor. Some breaking news about technology, Banajan, was that, and about, of course, our favorite Mr. Donald Trump. The U.S. Justice Department, under former President Donald Trump, apparently subpoenaed Apple Inc. for data from the accounts of at least 2 Democrats who were on the House of Reps Intelligence Committee in an attempt to find out who was behind the leaks of classified information, the New York Times reported on Thursday.
Yeah, actually, they complied also, by the way.
Yeah, the records of at least a dozen people tied to the committee were seized in 2017 and 2018, including those of Representative Adam Schiff, then the panel's top Democrat and now its chairman, the Times said. The paper cited unnamed committee officials and 2 other people briefed on the inquiry for the report. Isn't that scary, Aldo Baba?
No, it's not. It's fine.
What?
If you have nothing to hide, why do you worry about it?
Well, what is there nothing to hide? They're not supposed to take advantage of their
Hey,
position.
politicians have everything to hide. That's why they're nervous about it.
It almost seems like we, during his era, if he had again gotten re-elected, we would have headed the Xi Jinping and the Vladimir Putin way, where they actually, in a closed court, they declared that Alexei Navalny can no longer run. None of his associates can run because that party is an extremist party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on over, find out.
It's like, the people out there in Russia living the Republicans' dreams.
Oh, you're kidding.
What?
No, I don't think the Republicans want that. It's just a handful
They want
of
to kill
Trumpsters.
democracy for totally, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, do you want some news from India?
Why not, Faltani? You know me, I am always waiting for world news. Go
Okay,
ahead.
in the ICMR to conduct a national sero survey, and several states are extending coronavirus curbs and more. India continues to witness a declining trend in the COVID-19 tally for the 4th day in a row. The daily new cases were below 1 lakh. They reported 91,702 daily new cases yesterday. That's Friday, taking the country's total to 292,74,823. Meanwhile, the active caseload has also declined to 112 lakh. No, my bad. How much is this? 1,121,671, Bandhajan. I just had a brain freeze there. And a lockdown has been extended in Tamil Nadu. And also Tasmac liquor shops and salons are now going to start to open in 27 districts. Even though there is a lockdown, there are some relaxations. Liquor shops are going to be open.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. In news from Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting Amit Shah and Nadda amid a cabinet reshuffle buzz. Amid speculation about a reshuffle in the Union cabinet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held meetings with Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda. There's also growing buzz about the cabinet expansion in Uttar Pradesh after Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath met the top brass of the BJP during his 2-day visit to the national capital. And the Supreme Court is asking all the Indian states and union territories to implement the One Nation, One Ration card scheme. This is the ONORC scheme, as it allows migrant workers to get ration at the place of their work in other states as well, where their ration cards are not registered. And in Maharashtra, the IMD has forecast heavy rain, which is orange alert at isolated places in the city for the weekend. An alert for extremely heavy rain is issued for Monday as well. And in news from across the world, Bandajan, China brands this COVID-19 lab leak theory as absurd, and Anthony Blinken is urging transparency on this case from China as well. And the new Israeli government seals the coalition deal as Netanyahu era approaches its end. That's pretty much what we had time for on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We will be back tonight live with Ye Sham Mastani, which will feature beautiful songs like the one that we're going to play and leave for you today. Till then, have yourselves a fantastic Friday.
नहीं खाली बहारें फिर भी आती हैं